Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Slash Camp. Almir Miel here, and yes, Elder Scrolls Online officially has my soul. Like, I've sold it, and I at least didn't sell it for a bag of Doritos. This will at least bring me hours of entertainment. I know someone who sold their soul for a bag of Doritos at one point. You go, you. You go. But yeah, so I've been playing as much as I can, honestly. I ended up starting, well, I have two characters now. I have a Templar on the Dominion faction. I can never remember how to pronounce the front part of the Dominion, but on that faction. And she's a high elf, and she's playing as the Templar. And it's definitely very difficult for me, like, to be playing that character because, like, I wanted to go pure heals, but apparently in this game, the only time you really need, like, heals is if you have, like, multiple people that you're running with regularly. And it's only me and one other person, so, like, a lot of the stuff, even if we just had another DPS, we just go through. So I'm like, and apparently you have to wait until, like, level 15 to respec, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do with this character? Like, it's just kind of sitting there, and I have all these points that I spent in, like, healing, and there's no one to run with right now, and I'm just like, oh well. Oh well. So, eventually, I'll just, like, go through, just mob grind, and get my experience, and just put my points into, like, DPS or something, then try and get to 15 and correct my character out. It's kind of like my ultimate goal. And then my second character, which I've been having so much fun with, and I just played her for, like, 4 hours yesterday, and it's the Sorcerer, also another high elf, but this is on the Daggerfall faction, so a little different. I kind of like the Dominion, where it was all, like, really pretty. It's, like, all elves, and it's some really, really, really nice, like, atmosphere. And, like, on this side, I'm just like, whatever. It's pirates and deserts, and I'm like, where's the trees? Where's the greenery? Come on! But I actually played for 4 hours on the Sorcerer and got to level 7. And I played for, like, 2 days on the Templar and got to level 10 or 11. So I'm like, what? So, like, the DPS, like, really levels quickly. The quicker you can kill things, the faster you will level. I mean, generally that's how it goes for things, but, like, sometimes it's like, oh, well, if you can quest and do enough quests, like, that's what it will do. You'll eventually be like, oh, yeah, I leveled really quickly doing quests. Or dungeons, but, like, it seems like this game isn't really dungeon focused. It's all about the story. It's all about what's going on with each NPC. Hi, priest. What you doing? She came to visit and decided to run away. So it's, like, very, very story driven, and I didn't sit down and smell the roses, and a lot of people, like, was watching me stream and was like, you're not gonna like this game very much if you don't sit down and read what's going on and figure out what's going on, because I was playing, I can't help it, I'm a WoW baby, like, I liked WoW, and that's what I did to play, and it became the influence of all my MMOs, so I just quest as quick as possible, and, like, okay, now level me up, let's go raid. So, like, with ESO, though, I have to, like, step back and be like, okay, well, let's read the quests. And I think, like, I personally don't retain information very well. Never have. Horrible memory, like, whatsoever. So I'm like, it's not gonna matter. Like, I'm like, once I get to the end of the game, I'm not gonna remember what these quests were about. I'm like, okay, there's some prophet dude. Okay, and I just did that quest, like, yesterday, and I'm like, I did actually sit through and read everything and listen to what he was saying, and I couldn't tell you what was going on. And I'm just like, I have horrible retention skills. Horrible. So I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about the story because, well, if I'm not going to remember it, then it's just like another aspect of an MMO, then I'm just like, meh. So, unfortunately though, like, that's a huge part of it. And, like, the first night that I played ESO, I was extremely frustrated. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I have no, not so much, like, about story, but I mean, like, how to do things. Like, there's just a list of things. Like, I already got that you can do all your skills. So you get, like, your weapons, you get your racial, you get global, you have your classes, which have 3 different trees. So there's a lot of things you can spend points on. And in the end, you get, like, 200 some... Ah, my nose started running. I'm like... My nose, like, just started running. Sorry, guys. I'll go deal with it in a little bit. So, you get, like, over 200 some points that you get to use. And that's, like, at the very end. Very end of the game. So, I'm like, okay, so you have all of these things you can do, but it's good to specialize. Like, say, sorcerer, you want light armor because it gives you a buff to your magicka and stuff like that, like regen rates and stuff like that for light armor. Now, if you're playing, say, the Nightblade, and it's all based on being dexterous, you get stamina bonuses using medium armor. And then, of course, if you're going with the tanky stuff, which, I mean, Templar has tank stuff, I think there's another class that's, like, pretty tanky. I can't think of what it's called, because I knew I had no interest in playing it, so I was just like, whatever. So, you go heavy because it gives you more health. So, like, certain things like that in the game are, like, really well done, and I enjoy that. But at the same time, I was like, I just don't know what to pick. I don't... Too many choices. And so, like, I just got frustrated. And then I was like, well, I'm just going to do research. Before I play the next class, I'm just going to do my research. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go through and see gameplay of each class. I'm going to see what skills each thing's do, like, figure out, like, professions, what each profession does. And I was just like, it kind of gave a better light of things of how to play ESO. But at the same point, I still get in the game and I'm just like, I just kind of want to kill stuff. So, the whole topic of this just brings me back to the fact that I'm really enjoying playing the Sorcerer, because it's the pew-pew aspect of things. I'm just like, I have my staff, my fire staff, which I charge up, hit something twice, then do like a lightning conduit, and then they just go explodey. And it's just amazing. And I have leveled so much quicker playing this class, and have gotten like kind of more of a gratification out of playing this class than I did the Templar, because I was like, what? I loved being able to heal myself, but at the same time I was just like, this isn't working out. I can't kill things at all. Like, it's taking me 5 minutes to just kill a random spawn. So I'm gonna wait and see how the Sorcerer turns out. She might be my main, which will be pretty cool. And I had the same issue with the Secret World, actually, where most games I love playing the healer. I love it to death, but at the same time, if you don't give me like hardcore numbers, if I don't get stat bars for each person, then I'm just kind of like, whoa, how am I supposed to base this healing? Like, it's not going to be very mana efficient, but you're not giving me like the numbers for my pools, and I just don't like how it's not number based. It's just kind of like you have to estimate like what spell to use and when. So I'm just like, you know what, pew pew. I'm just gonna do damage. And that's, like, the Secret World did have, like, hardcore numbers, but I just didn't like the healing style that was in the game. And actually, Jeremy Teolger, he played the Secret World for a while, and he actually doesn't usually play, like, healing classes at all. He plays DPS or tank. And he healed in the Secret World because he enjoyed it. And I was like, good, because I'm not. I'm done. Nope, not healing in this. And that's something I think with ESO, I'm probably not gonna want to heal either. So, I'm kind of, it's an aspect of the game that I kind of feel sad about, because I do always enjoy healing in MMOs. So, we'll see. I'll keep you updated with what's going on with this ESO experiment. It launched today, so, well, yesterday technically. So it launched April 4th, so you guys can feel free, if you haven't pre-ordered, go ahead, go check it out. Right now they're not. Hi, Rogue. Hi, Rogie Poo. I have all the puppies. Hey, out of my trash. She's like sniffing my trash can. I lost my train of thought. Oh, so they don't have like a demo or anything, unfortunately. But it's $60 for the game. It is, unfortunately, a subscription. For a lot of people, that's a turn off. For a lot of people, that's a turn on. For me, it's a huge turn on because, well, you guys know what I mean. Quit being dirty. For me, playing MMOs, it is a huge turn on because I know that there's going to be content that is brought forth because they have money backing it, and usually it's a better experience from what I've seen. And a lot of MMOs that have gone like, oh, I'm going to go free to play, have just fallen flat on their face. I don't know many who's actually done better when they went free to play. So, I know Lord of the Rings kind of, they said they did, but I don't really hear many people talking about how Lord of the Rings is going anymore. So, but I will definitely keep you guys up to date. It's pretty much all I've been doing. Streaming a little bit of it here and there. I had a little bit of a catastrophe. Not a catastrophe, because it wasn't my fault that I know of yet. With the Minecraft server, we had a lot of lag issues, and I guess a couple people are still having a little bit of lag issues, so I have to go through and see how I can fix that. But I kind of like put Minecraft on the back burner for like right now, at least until I can get to the end of ESO. So hopefully you guys are having a good weekend, and hopefully I'll see you guys inside the wonderful world of Elder Scrolls Online at some point. Like I said, look for Almir Miel. Like right now I'm using Almir Miel, and then my second character is Almir Miel, but with a space. So Almir, and then Miel. So, and Almir Miel, all one word, is playing on Dominion, and then Almir Miel with 2 words is playing on Daggerfall. So hopefully I'll see you guys later, and have a good one, and hopefully your soul doesn't get eaten by ESO, because I know mine has. So, later guys, have a good night. Bye-bye.